What's up everybody, VB here bringing you some Gotham City Impostors gameplay, and we've had a bit of a flux in subscribers. We've gone up to 88. 88? Why does that number seem so significant to me? Oh well. Anyway, in today's video we're going to be talking about the new challenges that have been released this week. It's not the greatest selection, but there is something you can do to remedy this. We're also going to talk about game breakers and why people are still playing so cheaply. And finally, we're going to talk about trend setting and realising just how influential being MVP is in a lobby. Just before we kick things off as well, just to let you know, in the background there's a game of TDM being played on Crime Alley, with me using the two weapons that are related to the camo challenges this week. Now, the challenges are out this week and there's no event to celebrate them. It's very odd. I feel like they haven't got a purpose, which might explain why there's a rather, in air quotes, lackluster approach to them. There's 3 challenges, 2 camo, 1 gameplay. The gameplay one is take one for the team. It's repeatable, and if you take yourself out and at least one enemy with a pipe bomb, you're going to get 1000 XP, and that doesn't expire until this Friday, the 27th. Very reminiscent of the Misery Loves Company challenge from Call of Duty. You know, where you had to blow yourself up with a grenade and take someone out with you as well. It's very similar to that. But the problem is, there's not much of a trade-off in my opinion. You know, you're killing yourself, taking out an enemy, getting 1000 XP. You could go on a massive kill streak of 20 in one life with a decent weapon and you don't have to suicide. So to be honest, it's a very weak challenge. I don't think many people are going to be attempting that. Now, the camo challenges this week in relation to 2 weapons. First one, if you get 600 kills with the chaperone, you're going to get kitty camo. And, you know, it's worth giving the chaperone a go. I mean, I've only just started using it, and it's a pretty beastly thing. I always run with extended mags or penetrator ammo. And both of those help me out. You know, I get into a situation where I come across, say, Burly with body armor on, or Mighty with body armor for that matter, and I'm like, great Scott. But no, even if you don't have penetrator armor on, you know, firing that many rounds into him with the chaperone, it does take him out. It's not as hard as you think. And the other one is for everyone's favourite weapon, the Thunder Dragon. 300 kills will bag you the Snowflake camo. Good lord, the response I've had while using it today. Most of the messages went like this: Thunder Dragon, ? You're a butthead. Thankfully, I've got the camo this morning, so I don't have to touch the blasted thing again. Can't even use it. I don't know about you people, but I get 21 assists and 2 kills. Everyone else swoops in like a bloody vulture and takes my kills, fire off 3 rockets, and so I was like, oh look, tap. Yay, triple kill! Now, this is going to cause a lot of grief in the lobbies this week. You know, you get by at the end of the day, I suppose. There are a few little things you can do to sort of counter it. You can not go on the game. That seems a little drastic, to be honest. But you can put flak jacket on. That reduces the damage you take from explosives. You know, you could also put on a gadget that gets you out the line of fire very, very quickly. So you can put on, say, the spring boots. I always do that. There's a tank coming along going, herpty-derp, you're on the road. I'm going to shoot you. I'm like, road? Where I'm going, I don't need roads. I'm away, I'm off, I'm out the line of fire, and I'm safe for another fight. Alternatively, you could always fight fire with fire and just whip out your own Thunder Dragon. Stick on Mad Bomber, build yourself up a bit burly, you know, job's a good one. So those are the challenges this week, but if you think you can do better, and let's be honest, looking at this week's challenges, a lot of people can. Get onto the GCI website. They've started a thread going where you can submit your own community challenges. And a lot of people have submitted some pretty decent ones, and if you do get featured, it goes into the game, and you go into this, like, immortal wall of fame, ta-da, kind of thing they've got it as well. So, you know, give it a go, see what happens. So the rest of the video, I just generally want to have a chat and a laugh with you all, really, to be honest, because a lot of stuff's gone off in the world of, you know, GCI, and it kind of illustrates just how bad some people are at the game. But they come waltzing in regardless, claiming to be the best thing since sliced bread on these games, but in reality, no. The slice has gone stale, and nobody wants to keep a stale piece of bread around. Case in point, was on Twitter one morning, and Morning After Kill put a tweet out saying we need to go find this guy, dislike his video, things like that. I thought, okay, fair enough, there might be a legitimate reason for it, and lo and behold, there bloody was. This guy is sitting there going, I'm the best in the world, and he's sitting there on a health station, being motivated, just picking people off. You absolute scrub. You know, if there was an option to, like, put thumbs down to the power of infinity, then I would have done it. It's ridiculous. I can't understand why people are still playing so cheaply. God's sakes, if you're going to play the game, play it properly. It's kind of the same with, like, the Thunder Dragon, or when people spam the Witch Doctor, think it's an assault rifle, letting loose 1.21 gigawatts and expecting everyone to fall down. No, it's just annoying and stupid. You know, people pick these weapons out, or they do certain things because they know they can get away with it, supposedly. But not this kid. Oh no, the dislike train went rolling right through his reputation, shattering it into 1,000 itty-bitty pathetic pieces. You've got guys like me on there, Gaming with Mac, Morning After Kill, obviously, Red Hammer SLA. Everyone's just on there just telling me how bad he is at the game. And it's true. It's a terrible thing. It's not people playing badly that ruins it. It's people that play so cheaply that ruin it. You know, you can play with the lobby full of new guys, and at least they put up a fight. So word of warning, if you're going to play so cheaply, watch out, because we're watching you, and we'll come down on you like a ton of manure. So trend setting, yes, this is more something to throw out there for you people, because it happens to me a lot, but I wonder if it happens to any of you. Have you ever been in a game where you've played so well, it drastically changes the outlook of the lobby? Like, it's happened to me countless times. Like, if I'm using the boarding party, but I finish MVP with it, next thing you know, it's an absolute parrot fest the next game, and it's like, this isn't right. Everyone was using assault rifles before. Wait, I've changed the future. Things are different. Things are wrong. This isn't meant to be. But yeah, it'd be quite cool to see if that's happened to anybody else. And if it has, what weapons have you been using? It'd be quite nice to try some different weapons and different loadouts, see what goes off. But anyway, I better wrap things up quickly because I ain't got much footage to work with. But I hope you've enjoyed the gameplay and the commentary. Rate, comment, subscribe, but you know the drill by now, people. Keep up the GGs, and I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves.